Hey there, question of the day is, are there any first-time buyers left out there at all? Hi there, I'm Charlotte Mabry with Keller Williams Realty. I'm here today to talk about the changes in the market and what that's done to or with or for you if you're a first-time home buyer. Before we get started, if you are thinking of buying, we've got lots of information shared around here on our blog. Just look around, click on the button there. You're going to get lots of additional information. I've got an article here. This is from the National Association of Realtors. About first-time home buyers. And it's tough, and it has been tough to be one of those over this past couple of years with all the competition and no houses to choose from. If you were a first-time buyer and you didn't have a gazillion dollars to put down on a property or didn't have cash to pay for a property, you were out of luck. And so it's not surprising that the first-time buyer segment of the buyer population dropped to the lowest levels on record in this past year. So that's a tough spot if you are a first-time home buyer. And first-time home buyers are also hit by just rent prices being so high and having to save money for longer because they're having to pay money out so high on rent. And so we're finding that many first-time home buyers are older than what we used to be, particularly like their mid-30s. We used to see people buy homes as first-time home buyers in their mid-20s. So again, the percentage of first-time home buyers is down quite a bit. This was an interesting statistic from this article. 92% of first-time wannabe home buyers that were surveyed said they didn't think they could even afford a mortgage in the market. Now that may or may not be true. Typically a mortgage payment is a little less than rent. Of course, with the higher interest rates, they may be very similar. But saving, like we said, for a down payment is the tough thing. And the idea of a starter home, back in the day, that might have been something in that $100,000 to $200,000 price point. Well, in today's marketplace, those homes either don't exist or they're typically bought by investors. And so we're finding that first-time home purchase really is becoming an only home purchase for many people. We've always said people get the 7-year itch. They like to move every 7 to 10 years. We're finding now that buyer tenure, the time that buyers stay in a home on average has risen, get this, up to 18 years that people stay in a home after buying it. Wow, that's not a first-time home. That's like a forever home, right? And so, home prices being as high as they are, most of those lesser price homes, let's say in that 100 to 200 range, those are bought by investors. So we're finding that first-time home buyers are buying homes maybe even with someone else. They buy with a friend, they buy with their parents, and all live together, or maybe buy with their siblings. So the first-time buyers, what they look like and how they behave in the market is so different today. So what does that mean for you as a buyer, and what does that mean for you as a seller? Let's start with sellers. Guys, if you are selling a home maybe less than $200,000, your probable buyer is going to be an investor. And they're probably going to pay less and want to negotiate more. So it's a little different market today if you're selling in that price point. If you are a buyer and you are a first-time buyer and you do have money to put down, you really, really need an agent who's good at negotiating to help you stay in the game when you are competing against an investor, especially an institutional investor. So that's where the Charlotte Mabry team comes in handy. You need us to be your advocate. If you are a first-time home buyer, geez, anybody buying today, but definitely a first-time home buyer, you need us. Check out what we have to offer here on our blog and reach out to our team phone, 423-593-5588. We want to help you buy that first home. Thanks again for watching today. Have an awesome day.